friends. Hello, hello. Hello, Sabrina. Thanks for making it. We're gonna do a lot of twists today. So whatever we get to, just kind of just be where we are. It'll still make you work, I promise. Oh wait, let me mute stream. All right, what's up? 5 o'clock, Wednesday? It's Wednesday, right? It's good. All right, on the right day. How are you doing? Got summer coming in hot. Yeah. What do we want to do today? What's cooling? What's going to feel good in your body? Any requests? Hi. Suggestions? Okay. You're like, I just want to move. Move this energy. It's in there. Yeah? All right, cool. Anything you kind of off limits today? You're like, can we not do that? All right. Cool. Leaving it all up to me. No injuries I should know about. Everyone feels comfortable and they know their body. All right, cool. Awesome. My name's Alyssa. This is a so sweet. Thank you for the sweets. This will just be like a full body accessible flow. Hopefully we just kind of get into all those cracks and crevices in the hips, the shoulders. I really want to target hips, open up, as I place the shoulder, target shoulders, open up the chest today. Get into some twisting, but also hopefully all that will relieve the low back. So again, we're gonna hit it all. But yeah, anything, let me know. And let's just get started in a comfortable seat. Get a little cooled down, get a little bit to time to just arrive, be here. Midday, midweek. Let's get into it. We'll just start with the hands on the thighs. So feel free to sit where it's comfortable, maybe elevating the hips with a blanket or block underneath, and just allowing the knees, the thighs, everything just kind of fall where they are. Take this time to just kind of feel yourself out in the seat. Maybe you can soften the eyes closed, or just have your gaze forward and down. Giving yourself a moment to just arrive, land, again, be where you are with each breath at a time. Notice the tailbone. Can it lengthen a little more towards the seat so you can find space in the low back, and then a lift through the front of the body. Feel like a lift from the hips to the rib cage, and a lift through the navel all the way to the heart. And then with that, we'll allow the shoulders to just kind of shrug up by the ears, and then roll them back and down. We can do that one more time. Inhale to shrug the shoulders, and you can use an exhale to lower them back. From there, just allow the elbows to dangle. And allow the head to slide back just about a centimeter. Feel the head align with your heart, as if you're like leaning on a wall behind you. You can feel even just the low belly, the core start to wake up from that. And in this practice of yoga, we can bring a lot of awareness to the center of us, the core, the heart, the lungs, the belly. When we have that awareness, we can then spread some agency over the self. Not only having control over the midsection, but that'll offer control over the limbs. Having control over the center of you will give you more access to the breath. Allow you to feel a little more grounded, but also have maybe a deeper connection to your emotions, which are kind of an effect of the organs within our body, within the core. If you're unaware, in a yin yoga practice, we do speak on this idea of meridians, or just energy channels. But they just kind of work in general, just to know that these meridians are all connected to different organs, and they all emit different emotions. I think this is sparking my curiosity at the moment, because I just saw this cool Instagram diagram of which organ is emitting which emotion. And it's a quick, easy Google search if you're curious. But just having, again, that awareness can just deepen your knowledge and your innate wisdom. And it can be applied in your yoga practice when you're coming into your alignment, plugging into your own source and really discovering your potential and your own power. And with all that, the vehicle that rides us through will be the breath. So on your next inhale, draw a nice deep breath in through the nose as you sit up even taller. Fill yourself up, and then open mouth, sigh it out. Nice, take another deep breath in through the nose, sitting up tall, filling up the belly, the lungs, and the chest. Exhale, let it all go. Take another inhale as you expand the center of you, reaching out and expanding your boundaries. And then as you exhale, you soften into that space without shrinking. Just take another deep breath and let it all go. Maybe you start to just drop into your Ujjayi breath, letting it start to just flow effortlessly. Inhaling in through the nose, feeling that breath gargle at the base of the throat. And then exhaling through the nose, almost as if you're sighing through the nostrils. Coming into this rhythm of this oceanic sound, letting it be the soundtrack to your practice. Take a few rounds of Ujjayi breath to yourself, or any breath that's easily accessible to you in this moment. Allow each inhale to just expand through the belly, widen the lungs, and open up the heart center. Allow each exhale to draw the navel in and up, contract the lungs, and lower the chest. Let each breath allow you to drop in a little more into the moment, into the now. And on your next breath in, let's gather hands in front of the heart, just pressing palms together in this gesture of self-reverence. Giving yourself time and space to honor the voice within you and the teacher that resides within all of us. Coming into this practice of yoga where the teacher reflects the student and the student reflects the teacher. We'll just take a deep breath, lifting heart to thumb, shoulders back. On your exhale, bow towards your heart, release the hands down, and let's blink the eyes open for a moment as we plug the head back in. We're gonna practice a pranayama before we start moving, and I promise it'll be worth it. You're gonna just switch the crossing in your legs to kind of refresh that seat. And this is called Satali breath, if you're familiar with it. It's a cooling breath. So you find the inhale through the mouth, but you have to use a curled tongue or pursed lips. Not all of us are greatly skilled in curling our tongue. So just use a nice little hole through the lips if it feels better than trying to curl the tongue. And then you're gonna close the mouth, exhale through the nose. So I'll just kind of demonstrate for a moment. So you'll inhale, exhale through the nose. So you find a cooling breath in, find that warm breath out. So it's like a Ujjayi exhale. So you can try this and you can just see what it feels like. So as you sit up tall, feel free to close the eyes, soften the jaw. Let's all try that inhale through pursed lips or curved tongue. Exhale through the nose when you're ready. Inhale. Let it go. And start to just move at your pace. Let the shoulders drop. Let the crown of the head keep lifting up. We'll take about 3 more rounds. Not only is this a cooling breath, but it also calms the nervous system. Just one more inhale here. When you're ready, you'll just take a deep, refreshing breath in and let it all go. One more breath, just like that. And release. Beautiful. Feel free to blink the eyes open. We'll again stretch the arms long beside us. Take a deep breath as you reach your arms up. Press the palms overhead and then exhale, hands to the heart. And just kind of linking movement with breath. Reach through your widest wingspan. Press the palms. Exhale to lower the heart, lower to the heart. One more time. Reach up. Keep the palms separate and just reach through the fingertips. And then slowly dive forward. We're going to fold, plant the hands and uncross the ankles. Come into your tabletop. Take your time. So maybe you take your blanket, pat up under your knees. Maybe just slide everything off the mat. Allow the alignment to come into your table. So stack the knees under the hips, maybe hands shoulder width distance apart or wider. Feel free to untuck or tuck your toes. Find length through the spine from crown of the head towards the tailbone. We'll take a deep full breath in, filling up all sides of you. And then on your exhale, round your spine. Tuck your tailbone, release your head. Let the Ujjayi inhale, lift your hips, sink your belly, collarbones wide. And then follow the exhale, starting with the hips. Let the head arrive last. And just keep taking these motions kind of through the spine, getting curious with what you feel today, maybe what you don't feel. And start to add any other movements that will complement your breath. Maybe you tuck your toes with each breath in, and maybe you untuck, press into the tops of the feet as you exhale. Feel free to take it further and walk your hands about an inch forward and find rocking cat-cows. You'll tuck the tailbone as you lift your heart, and then as you exhale, round, tailbone reaches towards the heels. Plug through the fingertips, inhale, lift, collarbones wide. Exhale, round, take it through. This feels good to follow the breath. You can keep moving, but feel free to maybe pause, check out a child's pose. Tuck your toes. You could stretch through the soles of the feet. Just let everything here just be an invitation, never an obligation to try out what the body wants from this practice and how can you serve the breath. Now, when next time the hips draw back, you're going to untuck your toes, rest the head down, settle into a balasana. Maybe you bend your elbows and rest your head to your forearms. And just let the hips draw back towards the heels. Feel a nice stretch through the hips, through the thighs, and maybe some more space in the low back. Soften through the elbows. Let everything just melt here for a moment. Now, Balasana is not only an intimate posture with the self where you can really feel and see the breath, but it's also heating. It warms you up. So just notice if maybe this isn't where you want to come today when you want that restful posture. Just take another deep breath. Let it all go. Plug through the fingertips. Inhale, peel yourself up. Tuck your toes, and you're going to slide the right leg long behind you. Let's rock back and forth on the ball of the foot. Stretch through the heel. Let the shoulders shift forward and back from the wrists. And then you're going to pause and just press the right heel back. Lean into your right hand and stretch the left arm forward. Now find length. So as you reach the left fingertips away, send the left hip back so you create space in the side body. On your next breath in, float the right leg up. Flex the foot, dial the toes in towards the midline of your body. Beautiful, feel the balance. Take a deep breath as you lengthen rather than arch. And on your exhale, slowly round, elbow towards knee. Now as you inhale, find length, reach in all directions. And as you exhale, round, elbow to find like that cat spine. One more time, inhale, lengthen to reach, and then exhale, curl it through. On your inhale, just find one more reach, one more lengthen, just find space, and then slowly come back towards table. Beautiful. Sway your hips, release your head, kind of just get out what you need. Maybe you come to the back of the right hand and roll it out. Just kind of take note if you feel any funkiness within the wrist. Now you're going to slide the left leg long behind you and just start to rock, stretch out this side. Notice right away the difference, if any. See if you can keep the head lifted, sliding the back of the skull to the sky so the gaze is forward and down. And then pause and just press the left heel back. Now shift the weight of the left hand, but really root into the inner edge of your palm. That'll protect the wrist, and then reach the right arm forward. So again, find some space so that right outer hip draws back. And then on an inhale, float the left leg up. Dial the toes into the midline. Feel the left outer hip drop. Take a deep breath. Exhale, slow, elbow towards knee. Inhale, peel up and find length rather than a back bend. And then exhale, elbow to knee, nice and slow. Beautiful. Last one. Inhale to reach. Exhale to round. Now inhale just to create space. Reach up, tabletop. Nice. Shrug the shoulders. Again, maybe come to the back of the left hand. Sweep the hips. And then we'll come into tabletop. Now walk the hands just a handprint forward of the shoulders. Toes are tucked. Start to float the knees as you lift your hips, finding downward dog. Pedal through the feet and shake out the head. Just kind of find that full body breath, that yogic breath with this full body posture. Take a moment to bend into one knee and then the other as you sway the hips, as you release the jaw. Let the tongue kind of settle towards the roof of the mouth. Now let's all bend the elbows just as much as you bend your knees and wrap the triceps in towards your ears as you roll the biceps out. Beautiful. And then with the knees deeply bent here, lifting your heels nice and high, you'll kind of press your belly against the thighs. Press the arms straight to lift the sits bones higher, and then take the heels back and down. Get a nice back leg stretch. Take a deep breath in. Sigh it out. On an inhale, come forward to your plank pose. Pause for a moment. Feel the heart reach forward as you unfurl the head and neck. Press the heels back as you reach the heart forward. Take one more breath. On your exhale, rock to the tippy toes and then lower all the way to your belly. Beautiful. Untuck your toes. Press into the tops of the feet. Now lift your head and heart. Find baby cobra. On your exhale, lower down. Inhale, shrug the shoulders by your ears. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Squeeze the inner heels towards each other and lift up. One more time, baby cobra. Let the pelvis be heavy. Exhale, lower down. Nice. Inhale, lift up through table. Tuck your toes. Downward dog. Nice. You got it. Deep breath in. Sigh it out. Let's float the right leg to the sky. Toes face down just so the hips stay squared. And then step it through and catch your lunge. Grab your blocks. Bring them to frame the front foot, or they can come both inside of the right foot. You're going to bend deeply into the front knee, lift through the heart, and now let's power up that back leg. So stack the heel over the ball of the foot. Feel a lift through the left inner thigh. And as you take the heart forward, expand and extend through the crown. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, take the hips up and back for pyramid, not changing anything in that back leg. Inhale, bend deeply into the front knee. Exhale, take the hips up and back. So that one more time. Inhale to bend, open up the collarbones, and then exhale, hips up and back. Let's come into pyramid. So you can walk the blocks back so they're more under the shoulders. Feel free to skip the back foot in if it just feels far. And now you're going to anchor into the inner edge of your right foot as you sweep the outer right hip back. Little dance. And then lengthen through the crown. Take a deep breath. On your exhale, maybe you bend your elbows for a little more sensation in the back of that leg. Take your time here. Feel free to pulse it. Inhale with the length. Exhale with the hinge. Just kind of check out what this feels like in the calf, the hamstrings, maybe even the glute. One more deep breath in. And a long exhale. Now on an inhale, you're going to slowly bend into the front knee. Set your blocks to the side. Now energetically hug your feet towards each other. Feel the legs engage. Use that strength to lift you all the way up. High lunge. Nice. Keep that back heel lifted. Keep that back leg engaged. Maybe you can bend deeper into the front knee. Beautiful. Soften the shoulders, the jaw, and send the gaze up. Take one more belly breath as you hug the feet in towards each other. Exhale, press the palms, bring hands towards the heart. Now as many steps as you need, we're going to hop it forward. You can take a bunch of baby steps or kick that left knee into the chest. Flex your foot, lift the knee high. When you're ready, lower that leg as you reach the arms up. Exhale, fold in half. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hinge. Bend your knees, plant your hands, step it back to downward facing dog. Take a deep breath, release your head, neck, and jaw, sway the hips. Notice the difference, if any, between sides. One more inhale here. Open mouth, sigh it out. Nice. Let's float the left leg up and back. Again, keep those hips square. That way we have more connection to the core. Step it through, catch your lunge, grab your blocks. Let's set this side up. Power up that back leg. Again, blocks and come inside of the foot or frame. Let's power up the back leg. Find a lift through the knee pit rather than like where am I coming from? The heel, like lift it up. Now bend into the front knee, open the heart, find a nice long spine, take a deep breath. Exhale, hips up and back as you hinge for pyramid. Inhale, come forward, find your lunge, unfurl the heart. Exhale, hips up and back, kind of teasing out the hamstrings. One more time, inhale, find your lunge. Exhale, hips up and back. Stay here, we can walk the blocks back, adjust as you need, maybe back foot forward. And then take that left outer hip, squeeze your left glute towards the right inner thigh. Yeah, you got it, straight in, beautiful. And then if you want a little more, lengthen through the spine, let the spine come straight out of the hips, or bend your knees and elbows and hinge. Maybe with each inhale you lengthen. With each exhale you fold. Take what you need, always giving yourself just enough here. Never too much, never going past your edges, but catering to what you need and what serves the breath. Nice. Just one more inhale here. Long exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, start to press into the blocks, bend into the front knee. Set your blocks to the side. Engage the legs. Start to hug the feet towards each other like you could wrinkle the mat. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Soften the tops of the shoulders, soften the jaw. Find space for the breath. Anytime we lift the armpits away from the hips, take a deep full breath in. Exhale, hands to the heart. As many steps as you need. We're gonna hop that back foot forward, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. And then inhale, lower as you reach up, tall mountain. Exhale, fold in half, bend your knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step it back, downward dog. Take a deep breath here and let it go. Let's inhale, come forward to plank. Pause for a moment just to feel some actions. You're gonna tuck your tailbone and feel like you could lift your inner thighs. Squeeze the inner heels towards each other and feel all these oppositions. One more breath in as you reach the heart. On your exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Untuck your toes, press into the tops of the feet. We're gonna lengthen the arms, come up towards cobra, collarbones wide, squeeze those heels in. Nice, one more breath in. Exhale, lower as you lift to downward facing dog. Deep, full breath, and let it go. Nice, just notice what you feel, where you feel it. We're gonna take an inhale and float the right leg up towards the sky. Nice, step it through near your right thumb. Now you're gonna spin the back heel down so the left toes are still facing the top corner of the mat. Reach up facing forward for warrior one. Nice, arms frame the ears, so you can take a wider stance here. Don't feel like you're on a balance beam like a warrior two. And then anchor the back heel down. Can I press? Yes, yes. You could even step it forward if you can't find. Yeah, there you go. And then bend into the front knee. So you feel a beautiful stretch in that back half, that back leg. Yeah, you got it. You can spin the toes in a little more. Yep. And then as you reach up, once again, feel this space within the rib cage. And maybe as you anchor through the pinky toe side of that back foot, you could bend a little deeper into the front knee. Nice. Take the right hip back. One more breath in as you reach up. Use the exhale to sweep the arms back and interlace your fingers. Shrug the shoulders by your ears and then squeeze the shoulder blades together with elbows bent. See if you can press your palms together. If not, grab your strap. And then lengthen the knuckles down that long leg as you puff up the chest. Take another deep, full breath. As you exhale, slowly begin to hinge for humble warrior. So the chin can drop towards the chest as the knuckles reach to the sky. Maybe let the knuckles lift you up one more inch. Use the exhale to take the right hip back. One more breath. Exhale, lower the hands to the mat. Spin that back heel up and then lower the back knee down. Yes, pause for a moment. You're so funny. You actually just reminded me that I didn't even want to do that. It was just a habit. All right, grab your blocks. Bring them inside of the right foot. Warrior one in the house. We don't do it often here. Tuck the back toes. Walk your back knee behind you a little more. Yeah, just another inch. Nice. Now, we're coming to lizard lunge, so you could lower down towards your forearms as you hug the right knee in towards the shoulder, trying not to let it splay open just yet. And then finding length once again from tailbone through crown. Keep reaching through the ear tips. And then without just sinking into the left hip flexor, can you energetically drag the back knee forward with toes tucked or untucked? And then can you ground through the front foot, energetically drag it back? It's one of those actions only you can feel, but we cannot see. Now you can stay here finding length, or you could tuck your back toes and lift that back knee up. That'll just give you a little more kind of like access to your strength, to your power. Bend into the front knee and keep hugging the feet towards each other. This will lift the pelvic floor and strengthen the pelvic floor muscles. One more deep, full breath. One more exhale. Nice. Now lower the back knee. If it's lifted, untuck the toes. You're going to roll onto the outer edge of the right foot. Let the knee open up. This will just get you a different area of the hip. Check it out. Might feel weird, might feel beautiful, delicious. All right, now lean into your left arm or hand wherever you are and bring right hand to thigh. Go for a twist. Shrug the shoulder and then lean back into the shoulder blade. So you can stay here, but you could also bend that back knee and reach back with the right arm for your foot, coming for a monkey twist. Yeah, stay lifted or lower to stay on forearms. Now drag the back knee forward and drag the blade edge of the front foot back. Feel the action in the quadricep rather than hip flexors. Good. One more breath. Exhale, lean back. And then on an inhale, slow release as you unwind. Bring the right foot back to the mat, and we're going to send the blocks to the side, hands to the earth. Tuck the back toes, lift your back knee. Let's sweep it back, downward dog. Now just check out, notice the difference, if any, between sides. Sweep the hips, release your head. Take a deep, full breath, and let it go. Use an inhale to come forward to plank. Vinyasa is always an option. On your exhale, you're going to lower now in the style of you. So with or without the knees, bend your elbows halfway for chaturanga. Inhale, untuck your toes, open up the heart. Maybe lift your thighs for upward facing dog. When you're ready, roll over the knees, tuck your toes, hips to the sky for downward facing dog. Connect back with that ujjayi breath. Come back into the rhythm of you. Nice. One more inhale. Elbow soft, head plugged in. Take a deep breath. Float the left leg to the sky. Exhale, step it through to warrior one. Spin the back heel down, face forward, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Arms frame the ears, and once again, you soften the shoulders. So as you anchor through the pinky toe side, maybe you can bend a little deeper into the front knee. The thing about Warrior 1 is the shoulders are squared while the hips are squaring. So they're not going to be completely squared like a Warrior 2, but you're feeling the action of the attempt and getting the right rib cage to come forward. Take a deep breath, reach up and back, and then use your exhale to sweep the arms behind you, interlacing with the opposite thumb on top. Shrug shoulders, squeeze the blades, bend your elbows, and press the palms. When you're ready, lengthen the knuckles, bend deeper into the front knee. See if you can lift your hip points as you lengthen the sits bones. One more breath. Exhale, slow hinge. Knuckles are going to reach up to the sky as you dive the heart forward. That left shoulder can land or hover. Take the left outer hip back. One more breath in. Exhale, release your hands inside of the left foot. Lift your right heel up and lower the back knee. Pat up as you need. Walk your knee behind you as you grab your blocks. Coming to lizard. Yeah, heel toe your left foot out a little wider. I don't think I said that on the other side. Sorry. Give yourself space. Your left foot. Did I see left knee? Left foot. Like bring it this way. Yeah. And then blocks and come inside. All right, cool. Go where you want to go. You can lower to forearms. You can stay on your hands. Hug the left knee in towards the shoulder. And now, without just sinking the pelvic floor, can you inhale to drag the back knee forward, drag the left foot back, use your exhales to find length through the crown. Inhale, hug the legs in. It's like you're absorbing Earth's energy into the core of your pelvis. And then as you exhale, you find space through the spine. One more inhale. Now, you could stay here. I'll give you one more inhale, or lift that back knee. Yeah, I know some of you did it, so balance yourself here. Nice, and keep hugging the feet. Feel like you could really move your mat. Now when you're ready, let's lower the back knee, untuck the toes, lean into your right forearm or hand to bring left hand to thigh. Let the knee splay open as you roll onto the outer edge. Check it out, and maybe coming towards that twist. Lean back into the shoulder blades. Even slide the throat back. Now, if this feels good, stay, but feel free to bend that knee, capture the foot behind you. Coming to monkey twist, you're really coming towards the soft spot of the knee, so it's right above the kneecap. And then drag the back knee in. Drag the blade edge of the front foot back. Take one more deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Nice. Inhale, slow release of your foot. Let's bring that left foot back to the mat and the blocks to the side. We're going to tuck the back toes, lift your knee up, take it back, downward dog. Take a moment just to sweep, sway, rinse it off. And if you feel inclined, take an inhale, come towards the plank. On your exhale, lower through chaturanga. Use your inhale to fan the collarbones wide for your upward dog or cobra. Nice. Exhale, hips to the sky for down dog. Feel like you can spin the inner thighs towards the wall behind you. We'll take one more breath in. Sigh it out. Nice. Let's lift the right leg to the sky. Sweep it through between the thumbs. And then spin the toes and the hands all the way to the left side of your mat for a wide-legged fold. Beautiful. Blocks can be with you. Fingertips can be on the mat. Now make sure just the big toes are aligned with each other. Everything's on the same plane. Take an inhale and come up halfway just to feel a long spine. Bend your knees and lean towards the balls of your feet without losing the grip of the heels. Now bend your knees even deeper. Lift your sits bones up to the sky and then press the thighs back as you start to hinge. So you feel nice long legs without locking the knees. Feel free to walk the hands back, or maybe they walk to your ankles. Take this posture as like a blueprint for the back of the legs. What's going on? How do you feel? Where do you feel the most tension? Is it coming from calf, hamstrings, low back? And keep leaning towards the balls of the feet and anchor through the inner and outer edges of the feet. Spread the toes and then inhale. Start to hug the feet towards each other. Find that wrinkle in your mat. Feel the engagement come from the inseams of the legs. Nice. Release the jaw. And find each breath in to hug, each exhale to hinge. Beautiful. One more round of breath. And let it go. Nice. On an inhale, just rise up halfway. We're going to slowly pivot back towards the top of the mat. Walk the hands and toes forward. Bend into the front knee. Step it back. You could go straight into a flow or take it straight to downward dog. Let this be your practice. Take what you need, any flow, whether it's cat-cow, whether it's your full vinyasa, or modifying each part of it. Nice. Take a deep, full breath in. Let it go. Inhale, left leg to the sky. Keep those toes facing down. Beautiful. Step it through between the thumbs. Grab your strap or choose to interlace. You're going to pivot towards the right side of your mat. And then you can either separate your strap, which I've been loving to do, and take your hands about hip-width distance, or interlace your fingers like we just did in a humble warrior. So if you have the strap in your hands, you can lay it across your sacrum and then find your hips, and that should be a good distance for you. Bend your knees, tuck your chin, and you're going to slowly reach your knuckles up to the sky. Now shrug the shoulders by the ears, squeeze your shoulder blades, bend the elbows, and as you lift the knuckles over your head, can you pull your strap apart? So try to pull the strap apart to get your shoulder blades closer together. Nice. Find that hinge, find that bend at the knees. Got it? Yeah, you got it. Here, can I help you here? You're gonna bring your hands, palms of face up, bring them on your hips. Palms. Yeah, there you go. There you go. Now, here you go. That's it. All right, maybe you move the shoulders in like a figure 8 motion. Now, as you anchor down into the inner and outer edges of the feet, can you press your feet away from each other? Feel that action fire up the glutes, the outer hips. As you inhale, relax, find the stretch in the arms. You can release your arms at any point. And then as you exhale, press the hips out or the feet out. Just one more round of breath like that. Exhale, press the feet out like you could rip your mat apart. Nice. All right, when you're ready now, you're gonna slowly pivot. Spin the right knee or left knee and toes forward, walk the hands forward, plant the hands, step it back, go straight into a flow or go straight to downward dog. Let the breath be with you and let it guide you. Let it tell you when to transition. Nice. When you're ready, you're gonna lower the knees to the mat. Come to the table, sit back for child's pose, maybe grab some water. Just take a moment, catering to all your needs. Time's flying, having fun. If you come to child's pose, just kind of bring some awareness into the back body. Allow the inhales to really fill up the back rib cage and then soften. So almost inhale to feel the back of the heart reach up to the sky. And as you exhale, feel that soften. Just getting a little more into those TA muscles that wrap around our torso like a corset. One more belly breath. Awesome. Reach the arms forward, plug in, and you're gonna peel up towards table. All right, now when you're ready, you're gonna keep your right leg bent, keeping it in like a 90-degree angle. Notice if, like me, I'm dumping belly. See if you can knit the rib cage in. Now you're gonna kick your right foot up to the sky, flex the foot, and lean into the right hand. Just like we did earlier with bird dog, now reach the left arm forward. Again, find length. Even with that right leg lifted, can you take the left hip back, left fingertips forward? So you can stay here, now finding an arch through the back. As you kick your right foot up, can you lift the left thumb? Or you could sweep the arm behind you, capture your foot without letting that knee splay open. Keep the knee hugging to the midline. Now kick your foot back into the hand, press down into the right palm without like locking your elbow. And as you kick your foot back, you might even open up for a little twist towards the left. Nice, one more breath in. And out. On an inhale, slow release from tiger pose. Awesome. Sweep your hips. Let that go. Thanks for coming. I swear it gets shorter and shorter every time. Thank you again. Just kind of rinse off that tension here. Maybe anything you felt in the low back. When you're ready, find that alignment in your table. Lengthen through the crown. Knit the rib cage. Lengthen tailbone. Now you're gonna kick the left foot up to the sky, keeping that 90 degrees. Beautiful. Lean into the left hand, reach the right arm forward. This is bus stop number 1. You get off when you feel like it. Kick the left foot up as you lift the right thumb. Maybe you sweep your hand back, capture your foot for tiger. Now kick the foot back into the hand. That'll give you all the lift you need. Maybe the right shoulder opens up so the gaze can open up towards the right. Nice. Take one more breath in as you kick your foot back. And on your exhale, slow release. Awesome. Rinse that off. Now we'll go for one more twist. We'll make it more upper body. So you're going to lean into your left hand. Reach the right arm up. Let's thread the needle. and then sweep it through under that rib cage. Ground your head, ground your shoulder. Bring the floor to you if the floor feels too far. Maybe a block under your head, maybe blanket. Great, and then as you press into the left hand, sweep your hips towards the right, towards that brick wall. So you find a little more space in the left side of the body and a little more engagement in the right obliques. Nice, and then maybe the left arm stretches towards the top of the mat, or the arm can wrap around the low back. Can I give you a little adjustment? Just to feel that, yeah. Nice. Can I give you a little adjustment? Is that okay? Great. Awesome. Breathe into the back body, into the back of your heart. Almost feel like those muscles attached to the shoulder blade get a little space now. Can I give you a little adjustment? This looks great. Just a little more. Yeah. Feel that? Good. Good. Awesome. One more deep breath in. Left hand's going to come now back under the shoulder. Inhale to unwind and reach the right arm up to the sky. And then exhale, come back towards table. Shrug your shoulders, release your head. Kind of take note of what you feel after that release. All right, let's lean into our right hand. Sweep the left arm out and up. Ooh, lean up and back. Keep all the space as you sweep the arm through for thread the needle. Now ground where it feels good here. Again, bring the floor to you if it feels too far. Sweep your hips towards the stairs, so towards the blank wall, towards the left. Like I'll give you landmarks so I don't know which direction. Maybe the right arm reaches or it wraps behind you. Just see if you can soften the jaw, the space between the eyebrows. Allow yourself to just kind of receive, feel. As you anchor the hips towards the right, breathe into that stretch in the back of the heart. Those muscles attached to the shoulder blade. One more breath in and out. All right, right hand's gonna come back under the shoulder. Press down, use an inhale to unwind. Reach it out and up for a counter twist. And then we'll make our way back to table. Shrug the shoulders, release. Cool, tuck your toes, walk your hands forward. Let's lift on up, downward dog. And just check it out. Sway the hips, pedal through the feet. Take a deep breath in, you're gonna lift your heels. Bend your knees, look past your thumbs, and make your way to the top of the mat. Come towards a forward fold, knees soft, fingertips to the mat. Take an inhale to rise up halfway. Exhale to hinge. Inhale, bend your knees, hands to thighs. Press yourself all the way up to stand. Shrug the shoulders up and back. Woo. We good? We're almost done. We'll go to sleep in like 10 minutes. That's it. All right, you're gonna bring hands to the heart, press the palms together. Now shift your weight into your left foot. You're gonna lift that right heel up and then slowly begin to lift the knee into the chest. And just take your time with balance. Check it out today. And then when you're ready, see if you can lengthen the right leg long in front of you. Nice, dial the toes in. Notice if they wanna fan out. Take a deep breath, lift the right thigh, and then lift your heart. When you're ready, like a pendulum, slowly sweep that right leg back. Take the heart forward as you hinge at the hips for a warrior three. Now you can grab your blocks if you'd like, bring them right under your shoulders. Fingertips can touch, or you can keep the hands at the heart and let the heart lead the way. Dial the right toes to the midline. Dial the right outer hip down. Nice, Sabrina. Take a deep breath in where you are. On your exhale, without touching the mat, can you sweep it through? Let the heart lift to the thumbs. Kick the right foot through and through and through and lift it up. Nice. And then slowly, last time, we're gonna take it back. Hinge at your hips and take the heart forward. Maybe stretch out here into your Virabhadrasana 3, arms reaching back. Keep that left knee a little bent. Keep the head and heart lifted, and then maybe lift through the right inner thigh. One more inhale. Exhale, find your blocks, bring your hands to them. Sorry, I should have prefaced, and I will on the other side. Have your blocks there. Dial the toes down. Lift the right thigh up. Take a moment to lean into your right hand And then you're gonna slowly sweep that left arm up to the sky, coming into a revolved warrior three. Let the left fingertips lift up or twisted half moon. Keep the right toes facing down, nice. Stay here or bend your lifted leg. Reach back for the foot, go for a twisted sugar cane in the moonlight. Yes, I love that. And then kick the foot back to lift your right thigh up. Spin the heart open to the left side of your mat. You got it. One more breath here. And out. Slow release. Come into a forward fold. Woo! Feet about outer or as wide as your mat. And then just sweep your hips side to side. Release your head, neck, and jaw. What do we think? We hate it? That one's wild. It's called like twisted half moon sugar cane in the moonlight. I don't even know how you get that one out. Parvrita, Ardha, Chandrasana, Chapasana. I think that might be it in Sanskrit. All right, when you're ready, round two. Take your time with it. You'll take it where you want to go, but now you know where we're going. You're going to heel toe your feet back hip width distance, and you've got your blocks here for later. Now soften your knees, hands to thighs. Let's rise it all the way up. Shake it out. No one wants to look me in the eye now. Just kidding, I'm kidding. All right, shift your weight into your right foot. Let's bring hands to the heart. Take a moment. Let's peel that left heel up. We're just gonna play with the balance. Let's lift the knee, flex the foot, lift your heart to the thumbs, shoulders, and head back. Nice. This might be where you are, or if you want to try kicking the leg straight, flex the foot, dial those toes in. Woo! Deep breath. Use the exhale to sweep the leg back. Let the heart reach forward as you hinge for a warrior three. Stay here for one more breath as you soften that standing knee and keep reaching the crown of the head forward. When you're ready, use your next inhale to lift up, sweep that leg through and keep it up, keep it up, keep it up, keep it straight. Nice, lift it up, one more breath. Exhale, take it back, Vira three, release your arms, hands to hips, maybe arms reach back, maybe this time the arms reach forward. Dial the left toes down to the midline so those hip points are square towards the mat, pelvis is leveled. Nice, take one more breath like this. Exhale, hands to blocks. Maybe you can keep that left leg lifted. Soften the right knee, lean into that left hand, reach the right arm out to the sky. Beautiful. Lift the left thigh a little higher. Stay here, twisted half moon, or bend that lifted leg, capture the foot behind you. Soften the standing knee as you kick the left foot back. Beautiful, Amelia. Take one more breath in. And out on an inhale, slow release to a forward fold. Take the feet as wide as the mat. Sway the hips, release your head. Start to spin the toes off the mat. And then we're gonna sink it low to Malasana. Feel free to bring blocks under the sits bones. Hands to the heart. Whew. I have to ask, we're still friends, right? Like we're cool, okay. You're like, girl, it's hot. I told you we're just gonna open up, all right? We'll go to sleep. It'll all be good. Keep the heart lifted to thumbs and just take a moment, take a beat. Even let the head slide back as you keep anchoring tailbone down. One more inhale in your yogi squat. Exhale. All right, fingertips are gonna touch the earth. We're gonna lift the hips and then heel toe the feet back about hip width distance. Rise up halfway just to find some length in the spine. On your exhale, bend your knees, plant your hands, step it back. Maybe a final flow. Maybe you go straight to down dog. Again, take what you need. You know your body and your energy the best. Beautiful. When you lift up, you'll just slowly begin to lower the knees. We're gonna sweep the feet around and come to sit. Stretch the legs long in front of you. Give your legs a nice little massage. All right, let's lean back on our hands. You're gonna you might wanna use your hands first. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh, and then you'll lean back. Flex your right foot, and then slide the left heel towards your glutes. You might even want to slide the glutes towards the heel. Now bend your elbows behind you because we're going to lean on the arms a lot. And you're going to puff up the chest to try to hug the shoulder blades towards the heart. And then lift your heart towards the shin and encourage that right knee, even really the right hip, away from you or down towards the mat. Just feel that action. This might be where you stay. You could even find some movement, some manual adjustment. But if you want to take it a step further, you could heel toe your left foot across the mat and then start to ground the knee, ankle over knee, knee over ankle. We call this double pigeon or fire log pose. Take what you need. If you're like, this isn't it, just rewind it and you're right back in your figure four. Now, if this is okay, you're going to move some flesh from side to side. Grab your blocks, bring them in front of you at any height. You'll figure it out once you're there. Flex both feet, and you're going to slowly inch the fingertips forward. Take your time. If you have a floater, you can also put a block here. Don't force it down. It just doesn't feel like it today. Or a blanket. Do what feels good, what feels supportive. And then the blocks can be used for your head, so we can find some ease through the upper body as we torture the hips, or we stretch them out. Just taking a moment to give your hips some space, cracking through those muscle fibers, the tension in the fascia. Yeah, I love it. Take your time with it. If you feel it sitting up, stay there. And after a few breaths, you start to soften all of that, the connective tissue, the fascia, the ligaments, and you might actually be able to go further. How's that feel today? Good? Okay. Come into the breath, maybe coming back to that Ujjayi breath. One more inhale. Now as you inhale, you're going to slowly lift your head, walk the hands in, and then walk the hands past you, behind you. You're going to lean back to unwind the legs. Bring the feet to the mat, as wide as your mat, and then just windshield wiper the knees side to side. Offer some relief. All right, cool. Now you're going to lengthen the legs, and then actually just lengthen the right leg. Cross that left ankle over the thigh. Flex that foot, and then lean back. Slide your heel towards your butt. All right, cool. And then maybe slide even closer. Puff up the chest. Maybe you just move through the motions, or you decide this is where this side wants to go. Lift the heart up. Head could even lean back, and then try to anchor the left, I'm switching it, left outer hip down towards the mat. And just kind of feel maybe a little more into that hip. Take another deep breath. Stay here, or take it across with that right foot, and then slowly start to lower knee, and then you'll find some stacking with the shins. And again, rewind if you're like, this isn't it today. All right, move any flesh from side to side. Open up the pelvic floor. Grab your props. Maybe blocks come in front, and you'll inch the fingers forward, maybe stopping when you feel that max tension and pausing, listening to the breath. How can it just gain some access and just be here? Without forcing it, the breath will slowly begin to allow you, again, being that vehicle into your power, into your edges. And each time you inhale, you can spread those edges, send them a little further. And then you use the exhale to soften into the tension. That's why they say anytime you come into tension, whether it's in the body or in the room, you can start to just lengthen out into those exhales. And you'll find some ease into the nervous system. Noelle, how's that feel? Tight. Is it tight? How's it feel coming here? You're like, I don't want it. Well, if you feel something like this, I would do that. Why not? Lean into it. You're like, leave me out of this one. We'll just take about 2 more of the deepest breaths here, just to really get in there. One more breath in. Now, if you're folded, you're just supposed to lift up, walk the hands back, bring them behind you, and then start to just unwind, release your legs, feet down, take them wide so you can find 90-90. All right, when you're ready, you're gonna slide your hips forward and let's actually spin around. I always forget. And we'll lower all the way down to the back. Just so feet are at the wall, head is this way. Lower all the way down. You're gonna bring your props with you, just your blocks. If it feels nice, you can bring your feet together, knees wide, and wedge the blocks under the knees. Sabrina, you wanna go to heart bench? Go for it, yeah. We're done. We're just actually twisting. Take a beat, hands to the belly, maybe a hand to the heart. Tuck your chin and allow the back of the neck to be long and the shoulder blades away from the ears and down the back. Let the jaw slide back towards the throat. And let the skin start to just soften and ungrip from the muscles as the muscles start to ungrip from the bones. Notice how you begin to stretch out into every fabric of your being, only to emerge into a fuller, brighter, louder version of yourself. I'm going to give you the agency. You can stay here as long as you'd like if this feels good to just land. But if you'd like to lift the knees, stretch the legs long, maybe hug the knees into the chest before you come into your final rest. Give some rocking towards the hips, the low back, little massage. Take anything else you need, maybe like a passive inversion, shoulder stand, legs up the wall. Maybe a sip of water. And we'll start to come into our Shavasana. Lengthen the legs long, arms wide. Maybe you stay in Supta Baddha Konasana. Eyes soft. Again, maybe gaze softly up. Think bedroom eyes, or the eyes closed. If it feels cooling and relaxing, and you want to return back to Satali breath, feel free to fire that up. Oh, that's the opposite word I really wanted to use. Feel free to start it up. Come back into that U-shaped tongue or that pursed lips as you inhale. Exhale, the lips sealed, breathing out through the nose. Maybe find like 3 rounds, 5 rounds for settling and softening. begin to call yourself back down, back into your body. Start to let yourself wake up from the breath. And then use the breath to find gentle movements, swaying your head, releasing your jaw, fingers, toes, ankles, and wrists. If it feels good, reach the arms over your head, point the toes, roll the ankles. Begin to bend your knees. And then roll over to one side. From there, we'll press ourselves up towards a seat. Feel free to keep the eyes closed, keeping the breath steady, the awareness inwards. As you sit up, lift up through the heart, and we'll gather the hands in front of the heart center, pressing palms, just coming back to this gesture of self-reverence. Now using this time to just honor your deepest heart's desires, your purest intentions, and always elevating your highest aspirations. Taking this time to just open up to grace, be vulnerable to all those aspects of yourself. We'll lift the heart to thumbs, shoulders back. Let's proudly end this practice with an Om together, feeling free to just listen, but being here without separating yourself, and feeling free to join me. Let's start with the cleansing breath. So we'll inhale here. Let it all go. And then we'll inhale for Om. Lift the base of the thumbs to your third eye and invite in light, love, and peace into your heart. And as you exhale, bow towards your heart as I bow to you. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for joining me in this heat wave. I hope you feel good. Hope you feel cooled down, fired up, and then cooled down again. Nicely cooked meat. Let me know if you have any questions.